Let me show you this very simple marinade that I made to marinate these thin cut ribeye steaks. It's so good. First, in a large cup, I'm going to measure a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Here, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sake. You could use any cooking wine that you prefer, or you can leave it out and maybe opt for a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Okay, I'm going to add a small can of pineapple juice. I believe this is like 6 or 10 ounce can. And I'm going to add that into the mix. And this next part, ratios are kind of up to you when it comes to the dry seasonings. I'm going to start with a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Clearly I'm eyeballing, but a 1/2 teaspoon works for this. I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground white pepper. You could use regular cracked black pepper. I'm going with like a 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm also going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of granulated garlic powder. Again, I'm just shaking that in, but if you want an exact measurement, use a measuring spoon. And here is where I probably should have used a measuring spoon. I wanted to go for a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and clearly that's a little bit more, but a 1/2 teaspoon works for this marinade. Now a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar going in, and just give that a mix. And this is an easy marinade, very simple. It's very versatile with seasonings and spices you want to add to it, but that's what I'm working with today, and it's so good. So now I'm going to marinate around 2.5 pounds of thin cut ribeye steaks. Honestly, I cook my steaks medium well to well. That's just personal preference for my family and I, but definitely cook your steaks how you like. So I don't mind marinating these for quite some time. I'm marinating these for about 4 to 6 hours. I think for these thin cut ribeye steaks, 4 to 6 hours is long enough. I don't want to go any longer than that because they are thin, and the pineapple juice in this marinade will definitely break down the meat too much. So 4 to 6 is what I'm going for. Okay, so I'm going to put this into the fridge until I'm ready to just grill or pan sear these. I'm pan searing today. I'm also going to be roasting some asparagus. I washed and trimmed them, going on a baking sheet. And again, if you're making this meal, you can put whatever sides you want with this. And I am just going to add some cooking oil, season with chicken fajita seasoning because I just like it and it's going on. It has kind of like salt, garlic, some lemon pepper into the mix. It all works. And that's going to roast for about 15 minutes in a 400-degree oven or until they're cooked through. So I opted to pan sear these. I really don't want to go outside and grill. So I'm preheating this little grill pan with cooking oil. And I've had my marinated steaks sitting on the counter for about 20 to 30 minutes because they were really cold. And I wanted to remove the chill from the meat before searing them off and cooking. So I'm trying to remove as much marinating liquid from the steaks, and then onto my preheated pan it goes. And like I said, when you're cooking steak, cook it to the preferred doneness that you like. I'm going for something like medium well to well because that's just what my family and I prefer. I know, steak people are going to come for me. That's okay because I'm eating this, not you. No, but seriously, cook your steak how you like. I get it. Okay, so I'm just going to sear and cook these. And I wanted to show you, I'm also going to be frying up some shoestring fries that go along with these steaks. You definitely can do like mashed potatoes. I do that sometimes. So I'm going to give these a flip and check this out. These little grill marks look really nice, but by the time I get done actually cooking these through the way I like it, they're kind of going to disappear because the steak starts to release its natural juices and things get kind of like liquidy in the pan, then it evaporates and chars. It's all good. I like it. But give that a flip. Okay, so I'm just going to let it continue cooking, and when it's done, I'm going to place it on this little baking sheet and let it rest. And I'm just going to cover it. It kind of creates like a little hot box for the steak, and just let it hang out until you're ready to eat it. You do want it to rest for at least a good 10-15 minutes before cutting into it. So for the last steaks that I'm cooking, I'm adding some onion to the pan to add some grilled onion or sauteed onion with these steaks, and that's going to be dinner. So here's what the plate looks like, and I can't wait to dig in. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.